Welcome back to the UWA softball complex. Technical issues, but we're ready to go. Tigers on defense in the top of the first inning. At the plate for the Argonauts is Gilbert. She's got a count of 2-2. First batter of the game, Howard, got on by a little infield base hit and was caught stealing at second base, so that gets us where we're at right now. Argos with one out in the top of the first inning. As soon as we have a chance here, I'll give you the lineups of the game. 2-2's the count, and there's a base hit to left field. Kept in front nicely by Fulford. Argonauts coming out swinging this game. On the mound for the Tigers this game is Carly Wallace. Carly Wallace with a 2-5 record on the year, thrown 30 innings. And a 5.13 ERA. Bad news is opponents are batting .343 off Carly Wallace, so I'm pretty sure that Coach DeVerboas will keep her on a short leash, not let this game get out of hand. The Tigers took the first game 3-0 today and looking to pick up another win here. Micah Garcia is going to stand in now with the runner at first base and one out. Takes that pitch high for a ball. Defensively for the Tigers, Fulford in left, Tubbs in center, and Matlock in right. Around the corner of the infield, Self at third, Best at short, Johnson at second, and Martin at first. Allie Kraft behind the plate. There's a bunt, and it's going to be foul. That evens the count at 1-1. Batting lineup for the Argos goes something like this. Howard, Gilbert, Garcia, Agurkis, Merrill, Wilson, McNally, Vining, and Mayo. Try and get you caught up on a few other things as we have an opportunity. That ball is popped up to second baseman. Kendall Johnson calls for it and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Agurkis comes to the plate now. Runner on first base with two outs. Dela Howard got on by an infield signal and quickly attempted to steal second base. Talked earlier in the day about the first game, about how many stolen bases. 53 stolen bases last year on the year. Stole one in the game. One. There's a ball popped up, first pitch swinging. Tubbs is underneath it in left center and makes the play for out number 3. So Tigers able to get out of the inning, even though there was 2 hits in the inning. No damage done, and we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning here very shortly and give you lineups for the Tigers as they come to bat.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
"52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Welcome back. Going to try and get you caught up here. Tigers going to come to the bat in the bottom of the first inning. Pitching for the Argos is going to be Kelsey Sweat. Kelsey's 3-1 on the year with a 2.81 ERA. Leading off for the Tigers is going to be Cassie Matlock. Sweat on the year last year, 19-4. Pitched 162 innings for the Argos with a 1.63 ERA. For the Tigers, batting order is going to be Matlock, followed by McKee, Fulford, Tubbs, Martin, Best, Kraft, Self, and Johnson. Behind the plate is going to be McNally. A little defensive change for the Argonauts. First pitch swinging right to the shortstop, one hop. She's going to pick it up and fire over there for out number 1. So one pitch, one out for the Tigers. Looks like the Argos have come to play today. It's going to bring up Abby McKee. Abby McKee, listed defensively as a third baseman, but has now been moved into the flex position. He's going to stand in. McKee went 0 for 3 in the first game. Dropped her average a little bit. Takes that pitch for a called strike on the outside. Defensively for the Argonauts is going to find Sweat on the mound, Mayo behind the plate. Third base has Mayo, Garcia at short, Vining at second, and Merrill, new first baseman for the Tigers. For the Argonauts. McKee swings and pops that one back to the backstop for 0-2. Left field's going to see Gilbert. Gilbert was the pitcher of record in the first game. Howard in center, and Wilson moves to right field from left field, where she played in game number 1. Get a chance here. We'll wrap up game 1 now that the stats are in. Got everything working up here. 0-2 to McKee with 1 out in the inning. That pitch outside for ball 1. Never fails. A lot of activity going on. Tiger baseball able to win game 1 of their doubleheader today, 3-2. Women's basketball took a victory down at Valdosta. And men's basketball is leading at the half. So we'll keep you posted on those scores as they become available. A lot of things going on for the Tigers today. Here's the pitch to McKee. That's low for ball 2. 2-2 now. With 1 out as we play the bottom of the first inning. Tigers took the first game 3-0 in this series, moved to 2-2 in the conference and 5-8 overall. Pitch from Sweat, and McKee's going to foul that off to third baseman. I'm going to call that air on Deaver Boaz with her foot. Had a little talk during the game. If you listen to game number 1, I had a little talk with Chelsea Labidos about getting her uniform dirty. She said it was in her reach, and I disagreed. So, like to see a little hustle out there by all the girls. Pitch from Sweat now. Here we go. 2-2 with 1 out. McKee takes that and fouls it off. Battling up there, making Sweat throw some pitches. Sun's still out. Very few clouds in the sky, but it is cool for this February doubleheader. Pitch to McKee, and she slaps the ball towards the third baseman. 2 hopper, picks it up, and fires over to 1. And that's going to be out number 2. Good at bat by Abby McKee, making Sweat throw some pitches. Just not able to get the ball through the infield. Hayes Fulford comes to the plate. Hayes 1 for 3 in game number 1 with an RBI. Hayes is left fielder today for the Tigers. Chrissy Tubbs awaits on deck. Pitch from Sweat is in, and that ball is fouled back to the screen for strike number 1. As I mentioned earlier, McNally, new catcher, got a new first baseman, also for the Argonauts defensively. Pitch from Sweat. That ball is high for ball number 1. Tubbs awaits on deck, followed by Martin, if we get that far in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 the count. That ball is swung on, going to get out to right field. Right fielder misplays it. Ball kind of curves away from her. And Fulford's going to pull up to second base with a 2-out double. Sorry about the delay. I was waiting on the official score. You never know over here. 2-out. I know you can't count it. She said it went over her glove. I saw that part. I just want to know if it was a hit. That's all I'm asking. Right fielder, Wilson. Wilson was the left fielder in the game number 1. Wilson didn't make a very good track on that. So Tigers with a 2-out base hit, double. Runner in scoring position now. Opportunity to take the lead first in this game. Chrissy Tubbs is going to stand in. Tubbs 0 for 2 in the first game. Looking for a base hit, and there she is. Drives it through the right side. Wilson's going to pick it up, fire it in, but it's going to be cut off. No, it's not cut off. Fulford's going to score. And Tubbs is back at first base. So Tubbs, just like that, one pitch and drives it through the 3-4 hole. And Tigers are on the board with back-to-back hits, taking the early lead in this ballgame. Kylie Martin, first baseman, with 2 outs. 1 runner already in, stands in Martin was 1 for 3 in game number 1 with an RBI. Martin plays first base for the Tigers. Going to play there again this game. Stands in for the pitch. Swing and a miss. Martin took a healthy cut on that one and came up empty. On deck awaits. Well, number 24 is on deck. That ball is outside. One and one the count. As a swing and a miss. Count goes 1 and 2. Wallace awaits on deck. Not really sure how she's able to be in the batting order as the flex, but what do I know? Runner takes off. That ball is fouled off by Martin. That's going to send Fulford back. It's going to send Tubbs back to first base. Martin still remains in the count, 1 and 2. One, two, with 2 outs to Kylie Martin. Chrissy Tubbs on first base, takes off, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Stolen bases are relevant. I guess the shortstop doesn't know it's the 3rd out of the inning. So all for naught out there. Tubbs strikes out. Kylie Martin strikes out for the 3rd out of the inning. Tigers take the lead though, 1-0 on 2 hits. We're going to take a short break here, come back with the top of the 2nd inning when we return to the UWA softball complex. I guess we're going to stay with you. Never mind, some discussion about the lineup here. Seems to be some discussion about who's coming in, who's going out. So I'm going to give you a little wrap-up of Game 1 as we have an opportunity. West Florida now goes to 8-6 on the year, 1-3 in the Gulf South Conference. Tigers' record moves to 5-8 and 2-2 in the league. Tigers both had 5 hits as long as the Argonauts in the game. Grace Gilbert goes the distance, giving up 5 hits on 3 runs, none of them earned, with 2 walks and no strikeouts. Camry Lay, once again, a complete game, 7 innings, giving up 5 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts for Camry Lay. That's Camry Lay's 3rd complete game of the year and her 2nd win. Camry Lay gets the win, is now 2-1 on the year. Grace Gilbert goes to 3-4 on the year for the Argonauts. Take an opportunity to mention who the umpires were. This game we're going to have Dalton Banks behind the plate and Chris Garman out at first base. Some discussion here about what's going on with the lineups. We've sent someone from the press box down to the dugout to find out. Really wouldn't affect the Tigers right now. It's going to be their next batter when we come up in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Moving forward now. Argonauts going to send up 5, 6, 7 in the inning. Merrill, Wilson, and McNally to lead off the 2nd inning. Merrill got a pinch hit appearance in the first game and a base hit. Was quickly replaced by Boggs as a pinch runner during that inning. Although nothing came of it. Argonauts were not able to score. McNally is behind the plate now. McNally also a new position player and batter for the Argonauts in Game 2. Here's a pitch from Wallace that catches the inside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 the count from Wallace to Merrill. Here's the pitch, and that catches the outside corner for strike 2. Carly Wallace working ahead nicely today. McNally waits on deck for the Argonauts. There's a ball ripped, outside pitch, ripped into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to be the third hit of the game already for the Argonauts, and we're only in the second inning. Argonauts only had 5 hits all total in game number 1. Merrill did a nice job going with the pitch. Wallace left the ball up and out, and she took it to right field just where it needed to go. Batting now, it's going to be Kara Wilson. Wilson is the right fielder of record in this game. She comes to the plate with nobody out here. She's going to square to bunt. Ball picked up by Wallace, going to fire it over to 1 to Johnson and get a lead out of the game right there. Runner is going to move up to second base, though, with 1 out. That's going to go as a sacrifice bunt, 1-4. It's going to be Ashley McNally. McNally batting 167 on the year. McNally's only played in 4 games of the 13 for the Argonauts. Top of the second inning, and the Argonauts threatening now with the runner in scoring position. First pitch from Wallace comes in, and that's strike number 1 on the outside corner. Vining, the second baseman, on deck for the Argonauts. Wallace checks the signal. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up, foul territory. Tigers get cover, and nobody wants to get their shirt dirty again. I'm going to have a talk with my shortstop and third baseman over there. Ball falls in for strike number 2. Somebody please get your shirt dirty just once. Even if you don't make the catch, it sure looks good. 0-2 now the count to McNally. Close the door. 1 out. Top of the second inning. That pitch is inside, almost hits her. She's going to argue it did hit her, and he's going to say yes, it did. So we're going to have a hit batter at first base. McNally's going to get the base on a hit by pitch. Muriel's going to stay at second base. Mallory Vining, second baseman, stands in. Vining played in the first game at second base. Vining was hit for in game number 1. This game's going to bat for herself. Takes that first pitch inside for a called strike. Carly Wallace continues to work ahead in the count, but also has runners on base. And you know what happens when you have runners on base. You got to make a lot of defensive plays or they give up runs. That ball is swinging. It's going to off the fist, going to get over Grace at third base. Haley Best does her best to kick it and pick it up, but to no avail. That ball was fisted right over the third baseman. Nothing she can do. That's going to be another base hit for the Argonauts in this inning. All runners advance, 1 base, so bases loaded now with 1 out. Tigers in a little bit of trouble here early in this game, although they are leading 1-0. 4 hits in the game already for the Argonauts. 9-hole hitter Mayo, third baseman, stands in with the bases loaded, takes the first pitch for a strike. Mayo got a hit, actually broke up the no-hitter in the first game with the first hit of the game early on in her first at-bat. Tigers got to buckle down defensively. That's the ball outside for 1-1. A lot of action today going on with the Tigers athletic program. We'll keep you updated the best we can. 1-1 the count. Pitch is outside. Catches a corner for strike 2. Good job by Carly Wallace there. Stay ahead, battle ahead. Tigers got to do a little work here to get out of this inning. No damage done. Leading 1-0 only. Pitch from Wallace comes in, and that ball is hit just foul out of the reach of Martin at first base. It's going to keep the count at 1-2. Big difference in this game. Argo's coming up swinging the bat, that's for sure. Obviously the pitcher's different and those sort of things. But they are being aggressive at the plate. 1-2 the count's the reset here. Still 1 out. Tigers with Bases loaded, trying to get out of this jam. There's a foul ball off the first base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Game 1 saw the Argos with 15 fly ball outs, and none of them were challenging. Let me get that straight. They were easy can of corn fly balls, and you're not going to win many ball games on 15 outs. That there's no effort involved. 1-2 the count. That ball just a little high. It's going to make it 2-2. That pitch looked good, but just a little bit high. Top of the order waits on deck for the Argonauts. Pitch from Wallace. That ball is tapped foul. Reaching for a pitch outside. Mayo's doing their best to try and hit the ball to the right side. Anything hit to the right side, even though Kendall Johnson is playing just one step behind the baseline, it's going to be a tough play at home. Anything to move the run around, tie this ball game, and that's what Mayo is trying to do. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Wallace. And that ball is popped up to first base. Martin calls it, and that's an infield fly. Martin makes the catch, and runners will not advance. So that's out number 2. Good at bat by Mayo, but nothing to show for it. And that brings up the top of the order with Howard. Howard, speedy little runner. Howard got on by a little infield hit that she beat out. Great speed. We've already talked about that repeatedly. Comes to the plate now with 2 outs and bases loaded. Swings on the first pitch. Ball's out there to Johnson at second base. I don't know about that call, but we'll take it. Johnson takes the ground ball and gets the out at second base. So Howard gets on by a fielder's choice, but Tigers able to get out of that inning with no damage done. Score remains 1-0 as Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the second inning at UWA Softball Complex.
For the Argos, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Fans, sweatshirts, short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, ball caps, koozies, and fireside items such as old uniforms are for sale at the merchandise tent located behind.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Okay. Welcome back to the UWA Softball Complex. Tigers come to bat at the bottom of the second inning. As we discussed before we went to break, Tigers had a different runner, a different hitter on the on-deck circle. Fortunately for the Tigers, they made an out, and come to find out, the mistake on the lineup by the coach, so they're going to have to go with what they have and what was turned in. So that's going to bring Haley Best to the plate with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Sweat, she squares the bunt, and I guess she foul tips that. So I guess that's what it is. It's going to be strike 1. Allie Kraft waits on deck for the Tigers. That's strike 2 on the inside corner. Best quickly in the hole, 0-2. Good thing about baseball and softball, you get 3 chances, so nothing like using the opportunities when you're 0-2. Pitch from Sweat comes in high, and that's going to be ball 1. 1-2's the count. Basketball update from Valdosta, Georgia. UWA 42, Valdosta 41 with 12:50 to go in the second half. That's a game with huge implications. Valdosta may be leading the men's bracket. UWA sits in third place right now. And Bess swings and misses. So that's going to be strike number 3 for her. She's going down, swinging. That brings up Allie Kraft. Allie Kraft. Earlier today, Allie Kraft 1 for 2 for the Tigers. Grace Self awaits on deck. That pitch is high and outside. Want to know the count. Pitch comes in and swings. Allie Kraft swings at a pitch up high. Lack of patience there. It was 1-1. 1-1 the count to Kraft. Tigers leading 1-0 here in this game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Allie Kraft getting her hacks in, that's for sure. She's not going down cheating by any means. K swinging. First out was a K swinging. 1-2 the count to Kraft. She takes that pitch way outside. Laid off that one. 2-2 now. Grace Self waits on deck for the Tigers. Once again, the Tigers in a battle with the Argonauts. Tight ball game here. Stayed that way for most of the first game. There's a pitch that's foul until the Tigers are able to capitalize on an error, costly error by the Argonauts. 2-2, 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Allie Kraft battling, making Sweat throw. Swing and a miss. That's strike number 3. So Tigers down 2 outs in the inning, and both of them K swinging. Tigers swinging hard up there, that's for sure. Grace Self trying to help herself out. Grace had nothing to show in the first game, 0 for 3, but did some good things at the plate, moving runners around, things you're supposed to do. Hits that first pitch high and in the air to third base side. Shortstop Garcia comes on and makes the play, calling off Mayo, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So Tigers go down in order in the bottom of the second inning. As we go to the top of the 3rd inning, score remains Tigers 1, Argonauts 0 at the UWA softball complex.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
We're back here at the UWA softball complex. Sun's still up, but shadows starting to come across the field. Argonauts going to send up 2-3-4 in the inning. Gilbert, Garcia, and Agurkis. Gilbert with a base hit, first at bat of this game. It's going to face Carly Wallace. She takes that first pitch outside for ball 1. Tigers continue to battle on the hardwood, down 47-45 with 11 minutes to play in Valdosta. There's a ball hit up the middle. It's going to get all the way through to center field, and there's another base hit for Gilbert. Gilbert now with 2 hits on the day in this game. Brings up the shortstop, Garcia. Garcia with nothing to show for the first game. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Here's the pitch from Wallace, and she swings on the first pitch and drives that in the 5-6 hole. So very quickly, just like that, Carly Wallace has given up 2 base hits. Tigers now going to have to work to get out of this inning. Agurkis flew out to center field. We're going to have a timeout by Deaver Boaz. Argonauts already with 6 hits in this ball game, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Most of those hits coming from the top of the order. Talked earlier when we started this game, Carly Wallace has thrown 30 innings on the year. She's given up 9 walks and 7 strikeouts, but the key statistic on her is a batting average of her opponents. Her opponents are hitting .343 off of her coming into this ball game. I don't know any players in baseball and softball that wouldn't want a .343 average. Coach Deaver Boaz returns to the dugout, so we're going to get ready to go. Agurkis, the designated player, stands in with runners on first and second and nobody out yet in the top of the 3rd inning here. Wallace with the pitch, and that ball comes in tight. Just misses hitting the batter in the box for ball number 1. Here's the pitch from Wallace. That ball's a strike. Outside. A little confusion on the scoreboard, but it always works when the next pitch takes care of what you're supposed to do, making the count 1-1 now. Carly Wallace with the pitch, and that ball is swung on, popped up in foul territory, but doink, off the dugout. It's going to get out of play. Not a chance for Martin to get that ball. Wallace doing her job now, getting ahead in the count 1-2. It's got to work carefully to this part of the order. 5, 6, 7 hitters. 4, 5, 6 hitters up for the Argonauts. Agurkis with a .444 batting average takes that ball. 2. Merrill on deck, 2 hit, 267. Wilson in the hole, 375. Wallace has her work cut out for her in these next couple batters. Can't take any hitters off with this lineup, that's for sure. 2-2 the count with nobody out. Here's the pitch, and the ball is lifted out into right field. Matlock drop steps and goes back, and then fires the ball into third base. Not sure. Coach Deaver Boaz is not happy about that, that's for sure. Both runners advance on that out to right field. So now Argo's going to have runners on second and third with 1 out. Base hit's going to score 2 now, allow them to take the lead. Matlock probably been better off throwing that ball into second base and keeping the runner at first base, not in scoring position, but that's not what happened, so we'll have to talk about that during the inning, I guess. 1 out here. Ball's taken low for a strike. Merrill's 2 for 2 on the day, I believe. Merrill came in and pinch hit in the first game, got a base hit, and has a base hit in this game so far. So doing everything she's been asked to do. She's now playing first base for the Argonauts. 0-1 the count. Slaps that ball over to second base. Johnson's going to pick it up, look at the runner, but Gilbert's going to come across the plate. Johnson fires over to first to get the out for out number 2. Ball game now tie here on that simple play. Gilbert scores. Garcia advances to third with 2 outs in the inning. So Merrill doing a great job, everything she's supposed to do. Help the Argos. Wilson now stands in. Wilson takes that first pitch low and inside. Runner at third base with 2 outs. Score now tied 1-1. Carly Wallace still got a little work to do to get out of the jam here from this 2 base hits to lead off this inning. There's a ground ball. It's going to be hit over towards Johnson. He's going to pick it up, fire to 1 in time, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But damage is done. In the inning, the Argos are able to push a run across the board and tie the score 1-1. So as we go to the bottom of the third inning, Tigers got some work to do to take the lead. We're going to take a short break here at the UWA Softball Complex.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
"52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Welcome back to the UWA Softball Complex. Bottom of the third inning, Tigers are going to come to bat after giving up a run in the top of the third. Game tied at 1-1. It's going to bring up Kendall Johnson, the 9-hole hitter for the Tigers, followed by top of the order with Madlock and McKee. Sweat still on the mound for the Argonauts. I expect her to go the distance as the Argos don't have many pitchers on staff and use them for a lot of innings as they did last year. Pitch comes in, that's going to be low and in for ball one to Johnson. Update from Valdosta, Georgia. UWA 56, Valdosta 52, with 7:17 to go in the ballgame. Tigers holding a slimmest of margins in a back-and-forth battle in men's basketball action in the conference. Game has huge implications. Tigers are already set to host a game on March 3rd. Opponent unknown as we finish out the season. There's today's play and then one more day for the Tigers before they know who their opponent is. There's a ball swung on, lifted high to right field. Wilson drifts over and catches that ball in foul territory for out number one. Cassie Madlock's going to come to the plate. Madlock grounded out to the shortstop to lead off the ball game. Talked a little bit about men's basketball. Regional rankings came out. Men's basketball ranks 6th in the region. Of course, it's early and a lot of games to play, so Tigers got some work to do, but right now sitting in a good position in the regional rankings. There's a first pitch swinging right back to the pitcher. Madlock's going to be out on an easy toss to first base for the second out of the inning. Tigers not making the pitcher throw much, that's for sure. Abby McKee. Abby McKee looks at a lot of pitches while she's out here. McKee grounded out to the third baseman on a two-hopper after several pitches were fouled off. Takes that first pitch on the outside for a called strike. McKee looking to slap at the ball. Is behind the count. Tigers unable to answer so far here in the bottom of the third after giving up the tying run in the top of the third. There's a ball slap foul off the netting along the third base line here. McKee quickly in the hole, 0-2 with 2 outs. Tigers need to get the momentum back here in this game real quickly. A lot of game to play, though. As the sun is setting, temperatures are going to be dropping. A lot of fans already bundled up, putting some blankets on. That pitch is in the other batter's box for ball number one. McKee 1-2 with 2 outs. Waits the pitch from Sweat. There it is. That ball is swung on and fouled. Fouled off to the backstop here. Catcher jumps on that. So the count remains 1-2. Abby's the designated player for the Tigers right now. Here's the pitch. The ball is slapped towards the third baseman again on 2 hops, who picks it up. Mayo picks it up and fires it over to 1. for out number 3. So Abby McKee down on 5-3. That's going to bring an end to the 3rd inning. Ball game tied 1-1 as we move to the top of the 4th inning here at Tiger Stadium.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Here we are back at University of West Alabama softball complex. Shadows creeping over the field here. It's not going to be long. We're going to need the lights on here. Top of the 4th inning. Argos come to bat. Argos going to send Ashley McNally, catcher, to the plate. McNally bats in the 7 hole, followed by Mallory Vining and Kayla Mayo. Carly Wallace still on the mound for the Tigers, giving up 6 hits so far. First pitch swinging, that ball's going to dribble. Wallace jumps on it, makes a great play to go get that ball that just barely dribbled out there to her. Fires over to first base, and that's going to be out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. We've seen that several times today. That's for sure. Update from Valdosta, Georgia. West Alabama 58. Valdosta 57 with 5:16 to go in the game. Tigers holding on to slimmest of leads. At the plate now is going to be Vining. Vining takes that first pitch, low and outside for ball 1. Vining did not bat in the first game. Played defense but did not bat. So she's now with her second at bat of the day. Vining got a base hit back in the 2nd inning. Takes the count 1-1 now to her with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Wallace. Swung on, ground ball foul. Wallace works ahead now, 1-2. 2 hits on the day only for the Tigers, 6 for the Argonauts. Argos haven't been able to capitalize as much as they ought to with all their hits. Pitch from Wallace is just a little low. 2-2 the count. 1 out here in the inning. Kayla Mayo waits on deck. It's a pitch from Wallace, and that ball's going to get in the 5-6 hole and going to get through again. She should get dirty. It was a ground ball to the left side. Grace makes a diving attempt, but to no avail. She got her shirt dirty, that's all I can say. Second ball of the day that's got between the 5-6 hole in this ball game. Tigers now to make sure we get nothing done here. Taking a called charge timeout now here. It's going to be third base coach going to call timeout and talk to Kayla Mayo. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Be surprised if she doesn't bunt. I got a laugh over here. It's like everybody's making fun in here, but obviously the way this game is played, and anyone who knows anything about this game, you're gonna have to you got to advance your runners into scoring position. You got Howard on deck with already lots and lots of speed. Vining looks like she's going to take off and go. Does not. Mayo swings and misses on that pitch. So there goes the theory of everyone thinks she's going to bunt. Consensus is that was a trick play. She's going to squirt a bunt right now. Wash her hands. There she goes. Bunt, and it's a foul ball. I think there's some fortune tellers up here in the press box with me. 0-2 the count. Baseball and softball theory says she's not going to bunt no more. At least that's what the press box says. 0-2 the count with 1 out, Vining on first base. And she swings away. Chop that ball right off her handles. Vining's looking to get itching over there to run, that's for darn sure. She is off and ready to go. I guess she gets an opportunity to get on base. She thinks she should run. Vining's 1 for 1 on the year with stolen bases, so that doesn't say much. 0-2 from Wallace. That pitch is way outside. Ball was in the left-handed batter's box. Count goes 1-2. Wallace with the pitch. And that's a check swing. They're going to check. Did she go? They asked. No, she did not. Count's going to remain 2-2 now. Mayo thought about it and then pulled back. So we're going to have an even count. Howard awaits on deck, top of the order for the Argonauts. Carly Wallace with the pitch. Comes in, and that ball is low and outside for ball 3. Full count here with 1 out. Vining's got to be careful taking off. Can't get too anxious to get doubled off on a line drive. Something's going to happen here, and there's a swing and a miss. That ball's driven deep to left field, and it's going to be out of here. And just like that, Mayo has hit the ball out of the park, giving the Argonauts a 2-run lead. That's a 2-run home run for Mayo on a full count. Kelly Wallace battled but gave up something right over the top of the plate, and Mayo made her pay for it. Argos now with 2 runs scored in this inning with 1 out. Looks like we're going to make a pitching change here. That's going to be the end of the day for Wallace. So we have number 14 is going to enter the game. That's going to be Haley Thorpe. Give you some information on Haley Thorpe while we're waiting. It's going to be Thorpe's 8th appearance on the year. She's pitched 12.2 innings with a 3.32 ERA. Opponents are hitting .244 off of Thorpe. Carly Wallace is going to end the day, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, as she exits the game for now. Once again, an update from Valdosta, Georgia. Men's basketball action, UWA 59, Valdosta 61. 3:38 to go in the game. Tigers now slightly behind in that ball game. Give a little more information on the year with Thorpe. Thorpe's record is 1-2. As she takes her warm-up pitches. Thorpe's going to inherit 2-run deficit. Nobody on with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Right now, Carly Wallace is the pitcher of record for the Tigers. I'm sorry, Kelly Wallace, my bad. Kelly Wallace is the pitcher of record. Ours going to bring the top of the order to the plate. That's going to be Howard. Howard, 1 for 2 on the day, or 1 for 2 this game, I should say. Howard stands in. As we know, she's speedy. We got to keep her off the bases. She takes that first pitch for a called strike. This is already Howard's third at bat of the game, and we're only in the fourth inning, if that speaks anything to you. Pitch from Thorpe is outside. It's going to be ball one. Tigers desperately need an out and get out of this inning here. No more damage scored. 1-1 the count to Howard. That ball is, well, thought that ball was a strike. Guess not. That's ball two. Looks like it was just a bit outside. It's going to make the count 2-1 here. Grace Gilbert awaits on deck. There's an attempted bunt, and it goes foul. That evens the count at 2-2. Argonauts with one out here, still batting in the top of the fourth inning. Tiger infield's playing in just a little bit. Howard, a lot of speed, little slap hitter. There it is, slaps it to Grace Self, who even on the best day with one hop can't throw Howard out at first base. Grace Self did everything she's supposed to do, picked it up one hop and still not able to make the play at first base. It talks about how fast Howard is out of the box on from the left field side. It's going to go as a base hit for the Argonauts. That brings them to 9 hits already in this ball game, and it's only the fourth inning. Howard a threat to steal over there as Grace Gilbert stands in. And foul ball off the netting here for strike number one. Tigers got to be on their guard over there with Howard. Situation like this, Argonauts looking to put another run on the board, stretch the lead just a little bit as we work to the middle part of this ball game. 0-1 to Gilbert. She takes the pitch, and there goes the runner, and she is going to be safe. Ball gets through to center field. Thought about going to third base, but doesn't. She goes back to second base, and that's going to go as a stolen base for Howard. That's going to be Howard's second steal of the day. Counts 0-2 on Gilbert. Runner in scoring position now. She fouls that ball. Ooh, off the pole. Almost got the umpire in the back of the head. Wasn't even paying attention. Argonauts with a great opportunity. Howard at second base. A lot of speed. All Gilbert's got to do is put the ball in play somewhere. Ball gets to the outfield. It's going to be easy run for the Argonauts. Tigers only with one out still in this fourth inning here. Pitch comes in and it's fouled off once again. Count remains 0-2. That little shatter of glass really fooled the on-deck batter there. Garcia looked up and thought, what was going on? Press box fooler again. Pitch comes in from Thorpe, and that's fouled off. Every pitch that Thorpe has thrown is outside. Gilbert doing a great job fouling it off over to the right side. Gilbert hit anything to the right side. It's going to advance Howard, and that's the name of the game right now at this point. 0-2 the count. Pitch comes in. Ball in the dirt. Nice job by Allie Kraft. Howard had to jump on the ball in the dirt, but Kraft blocked it up and came up throwing. Nothing going on, so she remains at second base. Grace Gilbert, a couple hits on the ball game now. She's 2-2 for this game, 1 for 2 in the first game. Gilbert was the pitcher of record in game number 1, taking the loss. Tigers won the first game 3-0, but are now down 3-1 in game 2. Thorpe checks the sign. Count 1-2. Here's the pitch. And that's a called strike 3 on the inside. Grace Gilbert did not like the call. And that is a called third strike. Not many strikeouts today in the ball game, and the ones that have been for the Argonauts have all been called looking. 2 outs. Runner at second base. Tigers need to get out of this inning without any more damage. Thorpe throws that pitch way and outside. Howard's getting a huge lead out at second base. She needs to be watched very carefully. Huge, huge lead out there at second base. That ball in the dirt. Another good job by Allie Kraft. That's going to be ball 2. 2-0 to Garcia. Agurkis waits on deck, the designated player. That ball is swung on and popped high. Looks like it's going to get out of play. Martin gives chase, but it is out of play. Sets the count at 2-1. 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning here. Tigers gave up a 2-run home run with 1 out. Thorpe with the pitch. That pitch is a called strike for strike number 2. Deuces wild on the scoreboard, 2-2-2. Tigers needing to get out of this inning in the worst kind of way without any more damage. Tigers have fallen behind, now 3-1. Here's the pitch from Thorpe. It's swung on and fouled away once again to the right-hand side. Two the count. Howard out at second base. She's itching to run. That ball is lifted high into the air. Matlock calls for it in right field and makes the play for out number 3. But the damage is done. Tigers give up a 2-run home run and surrender the lead to the Argonauts in the top of the 4th inning here. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, Tigers trail 3-1.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning here as we roll on. Tigers are now down 3-1 in the game. Tigers going to send Hayes Fulford, Chrissy Tubbs, Kylie Martin to the plate here in the 4th inning. Tigers gave up a 2-run home run in the other half of the inning. Sweat still on the mound for the Argonauts. Oh, timeout here. Umpire dropped this pen. Hate when that happens. Fulford with a double back in the 1st inning of this game and scored. The only run of the game so far for the Tigers. Takes that first pitch, takes a hack at it, fouls it back off the screen. Update from Valdosta, Georgia. UWA 63, Valdosta 73 with 30.6 seconds remaining in that ball game. Second pitch comes in. That's 1-1 on the count. Update from Tart Field in the bottom of 3rd inning. West Florida 1, UWA 0. Tigers with 2 runners on and 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning in that contest. 1-1 count here to Fulford. She takes that pitch for a called strike. Count goes 1-2 now. Sweat takes the sign. And that's ball 2. Wow. That pitch was close on the inside corner. That's too close to take in that situation, obviously, but 2-2's the count. We'll take it. Pitch comes from, and that's a ground ball in the 5-6 hole, going to get to the outfield. Hayes Fulford with her 2nd hit of the day. in this ball game. Gets the Tigers going here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tigers trying to answer. Get a few runs back here. Chrissy Tubbs stands in. Tubbs with a base hit earlier in the game and an RBI to score Fulford way back in the 1st inning. Looking to do the same thing here. Tigers got something going with nobody out. Down 2 runs in the 4th inning. Ball bunted. Nice bunt by Tubbs. Going to come up. Catcher makes the throw. Or doesn't make the throw. Picks it up. Nowhere to go. And Tubbs is going to be safe at first base. So Tigers quickly with 2 base hits. Got runners on first and second base. Martin now is going to stand in. Tigers, Chrissy Tubbs with an excellent bunt in no man's land. McNally, the catcher, came out to try and get it and could not do anything with it. We're going to have a timeout here by West Florida. Going to have a meeting on the mound. Tigers trying to figure out what they're going to do. On deck for the Tigers, looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. We'll announce her when she comes to the plate. But Tigers need to really score 2 runs here to tie this ball game. Ideally looking for Martin to maybe bunt him over, put 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Base hit then will tie the ball game, especially with nobody out. Let's see what Coach Deaver Boaz has up her sleeve right now. I'm sure that was part of the discussion in the mound meeting by the Argonauts about how to play this defensively. Ellie Martin struck out the first time, squares the bunt, pops it up, and right to the pitcher. That is not what you wanted to happen. So Tigers with 1 out and no advance of the runners is not what you wanted. So Tigers now with 1 out and unable to advance the runners. Runners still remain at first and second base. Going to have a pinch hitter right now. Looks like Buchiri, Nicole Buchiri, I believe it is being put in as a pinch hitter. Get done. First pitch to Buchiri, takes that for a called strike. Buchiri had a hit and an RBI as a pinch hitter in game 1 today. Tiger's going to send up a pinch hitter on deck also. We'll announce her when it comes to it. Tigers need a little bit of power here at the plate. Buchiri's hitting for Haley Best, shortstop. 1 swing of the bat. Tigers take the lead here if they can get it out of the ballpark. Wind has died down substantially as the sun is setting across the park today. Shadows are now almost across the entire infield. Look for the lights to be turned on at any time. Pitch to Buchiri, and she lifts that high and in the air. That ball's going to drift out towards left field. Left fielder giving chase and catches the ball on the warning track. Both runners are going to take up and advance for out number 2. So once again, we talked repeatedly about the new dimensions in the park here. Last year, that definitely would have been a home run, as several of the balls have been hit to left field today. But that is not the case. Looks like Kiera Haig is going to come in and pinch hit here in the 4th inning.
Pinch hitting for the Tigers, number 2,
Kiera Haig is going to pinch hit for the Tigers. She's going to stand in for Allie Kraft. Kiera Haig pinch hit in game 1. Went 0 for 1, did not get a hit. Haig with the ability to hit the ball at the park right now. I think that's what Coach Deaver Boaz is looking at. That ball is way outside in the other batter's box for ball 1. One and 0 the count with 2 outs. Tigers desperately need a hit here to tie this ball game, and that's a foul back to the screen for strike number 1. Haig came into the day hitting .241 on the year with 1 home run. Tigers have only hit 2 home runs all year, and she has one of them. One and one the count with 2 outs. Base hit desperately needed here. Haig takes that pitch outside. Ball over in the left-handed batter's box. Not hard to lay off that pitch right there. Outfield is shaded just a step deep for Haig, who has power. Any ball hit to the outfield is going to score 2 runs here. Tie this ball game. There's a ball chopped foul. Had hit the ball foul, but it was just outside the third base line. 2-2 the count with Deuces Wild here with 2 outs. Sweat still on the mound for the Argonauts. Haig stands in. Here's the pitch from Sweat. Way outside once again. Haig is not chasing that. That ball's not even close to have someone swing at it. So now we're going full count here. Final from Valdosta, Georgia in men's basketball. Valdosta State 75, West Alabama 67. 3-2 the count, 2 outs to Haig. And she swings and misses. Pitch low and outside, and that's going to do it for the Tigers. So Tigers unable to capitalize on anything in that inning. After 2 leadoff base hits, Tigers come up with nothing. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. Tigers now losing 3-1.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
"52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Welcome back to the UWA softball complex. Top of the 5th inning here already. Tigers gave up 2 runs in the 4th inning. Now trail 3-1 as the Argonauts come to bat. Argonauts going to send up 4, 5, 6. Agurkis, Merrill, and Wilson as they try to add to their lead. Update from Tart Field. West Alabama baseball. West Alabama 2, West Florida 1. That's not end of the 3rd inning of that 7-inning ball game. Second game of their doubleheader today. Both teams, baseball and softball, will play the Argonauts tomorrow on campus at 1 o'clock. Both those games are going to tip off at 1 o'clock on campus. Looks to be another great day, maybe a little bit warmer than it is today. Agurkis stands in. Agurkis has flied out twice today, once to in this game, once to center and once to right. Takes that first pitch high in inner eyes from Thorpe. Thorpe is the pitcher, came in last inning to replace Wallace. Thorpe got out of the inning after the Tigers had given up a 2-run home run. This is Thorpe's 4th batter she's facing. She falls behind quickly, 2-0. To Agurkis. There's a pitch high, pop back foul for strike number 1. Tigers need a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. Get back in and score some runs here. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. Even the count at 2-2. Tigers giving up 9 hits today to the Argonauts. A couple of those came in succession, which has allowed the Argonauts put a few runs on the board. Tigers only with 4 hits themselves. Scored early in the game in the first inning and have done nothing since. That ball is hit on the ground, backhanded by Grace Self. Picks it up, throws it over to 1. And that's going to be out number 1 in the ball game. Thorpe easy to get a quick out there. Moving on down the line to Merrill.
The Argos, number 17, Allie Merrill.
Allie Merrill with a base hit and a ground out in her 2 plate appearances in this game. Talked earlier, Merrill had pinch hit in game number 1 with a base hit. 2 for 3 on the day for the Argonauts. There's a ball up in the eyes. That's 2-0. Haley Thorpe behind again in the count. Not pitching ahead, and that's never a good thing. Thorpe behind in the count, 2-0 to Merrill. Here's a pitch, and that ball's driven into center field. Chrissy Tubbs backpedals, reaches out and catches that ball as she's running towards right field for out number 2.
Now batting for the Argos, number 8, Kara Wilson.
Unlike in the first game, Argonauts had hit 15 easy can of corn fly balls. They've done a much better job getting the bat on the ball this game. A lot less fly ball outs for them. Wilson now is going to come to the plate with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Kara Wilson with a base hit in game number 1. Nothing to show for herself so far in game number 2. Is quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Tigers, like I talked about, need a quick 3-up, 3-down inning to get out of this and get back in here and try score some runs. Tigers have 3 more opportunities to score in this ball game. 1-2 the count to Wilson. Catcher McNally is on deck if Wilson is able to reach base. It's a swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike 3. So just like that, Thorpe does her job. 3 up, 3 down. And Tigers are going to come to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing 3-1 as we work the latter half of this second game of the doubleheader at the UWA softball complex.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And we're back here, bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers come to the plate, trailing 3-1. Haley Thorpe now is going to bat. Place of Grace Self. Thorpe was entered into the game as a relief pitcher for Callie Wallace. And now bats, as you can do with the rules. Self was originally the designated player on the lineup card to start the ball game. So it's a simple substitution. Takes that first pitch swinging for strike 1. Tigers in need of some base runners here. Doesn't matter how, they got to get on, that's for sure. There's a called strike on the outside corner for strike 2. Thorpe in the hole, 0-2 here. Tigers in need of a runner. Thorpe's got a long way back, got to battle through this at-bat here. Pitch from Sweat is way outside. When she misses way out. Nothing close. It's not easy for the Tigers to jump on those pitches, that's for sure. 1-2 the count. Anyhow, anyway, Tigers need a base runner. That ball's inside at the dirt, so quickly count 2-2. Kendall Johnson awaits on deck, the 9-hole hitter for the Tigers. 2-2 the count. That ball is popped up and out. That's going to even the count at 2-2. Talked earlier about the number of hits in this ball game. Tigers only with 4 hits, and it's hard to win a lot of ball games with 4 hits. Have played great defense all day long, but just haven't got a lot of hits to show for it on the offensive side. That ball is up and swinging. Thorpe lifts that high in the air. Shortstop Garcia calls for it and makes the play. That's going to be 1 out for the Tigers. Bringing up Kendall Johnson and then the top of the order. Tigers need to start looking at some pitches here and get on any way they can.
Kendall Johnson.
Tigers got 8 outs to play right here, and they need to get some base runners real quick. It's that time of the ball game. They need to be very selective at the plate, look at some pitches, and take a walk if you got to take a walk. Get hit if you got to get hit. Do anything you can for your team. Kendall Johnson quickly in the hole, 0-1 from Sweat. There's another pitch. Johnson needs to be swinging the bat on those pitches. I don't know what she's looking at. Guess she's being overly patient. Sweat wastes no time getting ahead of hitters, that's for sure. She is very efficient on the mound. Throws very few pitches. That ball is chopped off of her handles. First baseman Merrill gives chase and makes an overhead catch in foul territory. Kendall Johnson second out now of the Tigers. That is not too good at bats for the Tigers, that's for sure. Cassie Matlock is going to come to the plate. Cassie's 0 for 2 in this game. Grounded out to the shortstop and to the pitcher. 2 outs. Tigers need their rally caps on. Anyway, anyhow is what they got to be telling themselves right now. Down by 2 runs late in this ball game. There's a pitch. Sweat continues to work away from the UWA hitters. It doesn't matter left-hander, right-hander. She's throwing away first couple pitches and then busting them inside. Tigers need to recognize that and make some adjustments at the plate. 0-1 with the pitch on the way outside. 1-1's the count. Abby McKee on deck if Madlock is able to get on base with 2 outs. Pitch from Sweat. That's high and in. Tigers finally ahead in the count once. 2-1. Abby McKee, little slap hitters, twice grounded out to the third baseman. Does a good job with the bat if we can get Madlock on. Moving her around. That pitch in the right-handed batter's box for ball number 3. So finally 3-1. Sweat falls behind. Cassie Matlock is ahead. Unfortunately, the Tigers with 2 outs in this inning and no runners on base. Payoff pitch comes in and that ball is high, so there's ball 4. Cassie Matlock does her job, taking the walk. Tigers still with a big uphill battle here. We got 2 outs with a runner on first base. Tigers down by 2. McKee stands in. McKee's a little slap hitter from the left-hand side. It's brought the whole infield in for the Argonauts, playing inside the base. Sweat gets ahead right away in the count. McKee has a lot of distance between the infield and outfield. If she could drop something over the infield, Madlock's got a chance to go first to third. Outfield is playing deep. There's strike 2. Called strike. It's nothing that he hasn't called all day. Tigers need to make an adjustment and understand that that is a strike. Go after it. Outfield playing relatively deep for McKee. Doesn't have a lot of power. There's a ball high and outside. She wanted it, but she held up. That's going to be ball one. Tigers down to their final 7 outs in this ball game, trailing 2 runs. 3-1's the score. Argonauts lead. McKee's down 1-2 in the count. Little tap over to foul, third base side. He's going to get a second chance. Count doesn't change though. Still 1-2 in the count. Abby McKee has hit 2 balls in this game on 2 hoppers right at the third baseman. As long as they continue to pitch her outside, that's exactly where it's going to go again without making some adjustments. Payoff pitch, and that ball's inside. Tap just to the third baseman, but McKee is going to beat it out at first base. Wasn't much the third baseman Mayo could do. Abby McKee with just a little tap at it, didn't take a full swing. But it worked nonetheless. Base hit. Doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to get her on, and that's what she's done, advancing the runners. Hayes Fulford now stands in. Fulford has got a double to lead off the game and a single. Scored the only run of the game so far for the Tigers back in the first inning on an RBI by Chrissy Tubbs. Tigers with 2 outs in this inning needs some action here and takes the first pitch for a strike. Tigers still with their backs against the wall, but they've got life. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch comes in from Sweat, and that ball is driven into the left center gap. That ball's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. They're waving McKee around. The play's going to be at the plate. The ball is cut off by the pitcher, and that allows Abby McKee to score. So Hayes Fulford with 2 RBIs on the 2-out double to left center. And just like that, this game is tied. All goes back. One simple equation, and that's a 2-out walk. Sweat easily got the first 2 outs in the inning and then proceeded to walk Madlock with 2 outs. And those walks come back to bite you every single time. Tigers take advantage of that and tie this ball game at 3-3. Still batting with the runner on second base in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chrissy Tubbs, 2 hits today and an RBI earlier in the game, scoring Fulford the first time up. Takes a hack at that one. Way up in her eyes for strike number 1. I think Tubbs was going for the fence there. Someone needs to tell her she don't have that kind of power. Base hit's going to score Fulford. That's all they're looking for. 5 hits now in the ballgame for the Tigers. And Tubbs fouls that one off to fall behind quickly, 0-2. Update from Tart Field. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Argonauts now lead 4-2 over the Tigers in that 7-inning ballgame. Game 2 of the doubleheader in conference play. 0-2 to Tubbs now, tie ball game. Here's the payoff pitch, and that ball's way outside. It's a good snag by McNally, not to let that get by her. Hayes Fulford with the big hit of the game so far, 2-out double, scoring 2 runs to tie this ball game. Lots of blankets, lots of hats, and lots of cold people out there, that's for sure. The Tiger faithful still sitting in the stands, though. 1-2 the count. Pitch is outside, not enough, so it's 2-2. Kylie Martin awaits on deck if she gets a chance. 2-2 the count with 2 outs to Tubbs, and she fouls that one back off the screen. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Score tied 3-3. Exciting ball game here. Here's a pitch from Sweat, and Tubbs lands on it. It goes in. It's going to fall in for a base hit, and that's going to score Fulford from second base. So Chrissy Tubbs able to fist that ball off of her fist right over the second baseman. And the inning continues for the Tigers. Tubbs now with 2 RBIs on the day. Second one right there scoring, giving the Tigers the lead. Tigers not going down easy, that's for sure. Tigers have now taken the lead 4-3 in this ball game. A lot of runs scored here in the 4th inning. Kylie Martin awaits now. 2 outs. Chrissy Tubbs delivers. Big hits by Fulford and Tubbs, but once again we have to go back to the 2-out walk that Sweat issued to Madlock. And from there, the Tigers have gone 3 straight hits, allowing them to take the lead in this ballgame. Kylie Martin not having a very good day at the plate so far, looks to change that. Struck out in the 1st inning and popped up to the pitcher in the 4th. Takes the first pitch low and in the dirt for ball 1. On deck for the Tigers is going to be Haley Best. She's already been pitch hit for, so she's going to have to stand in and hit for herself unless Coach makes a defensive substitution. 1-0 the count with 2 outs. And Sweat delivers the pitch to Martin. There's a runner, takes off once again. Martin hits it off the fist, and that's going to be out number 3 in the inning. So in the inning, the Tigers come up with several base hits after a 2-out walk. Take the lead in the ball game, 4-3. We're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. Tigers leading 4-3 in this ball game.
For the Tigers, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and no runners left on base.
What'd you say?
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to the UWA softball complex. A lot of action going on there in the 5th inning, trying to catch up with some substitutions here. Tigers are going to see some defensive substitutions here in the 6th inning. Tigers are going to put Mac Paris over at 3rd base to play for Grace South. And on the mound now, Camry Lay is going to enter the game. She takes over for Haley Thorpe, who had taken over for Callie Wallace. I think that's all the subs we have right now. Looks like everything else is about the same for the Tigers. Tigers leading now 4-3.
Now batting for the Argos, number 3, Ashley McNally.
Ashley McNally stands in now against Camry Lay. McNally did not bat against Lay in the first game as she did not play. Lay comes in with the first pitch low. Fans didn't like it, but it is what it is. That's ball 1. Vining and Mayo also due up to bat in this inning, barring any changes from the Argonauts. Pitch from Lake comes in and catches the outside corner. That's going to make the count even at 1-1. Tigers still behind in the hit column with only 6 hits, but it doesn't matter because the run columns is ahead, 4-3. Argonauts with 9 hits in this ballgame. Pitch is high right there. It's days like day. We're glad we're working in a press box and not having to sit out there in that cold weather. If we could just get the people in the press box to shut the windows, we'd be okay. Camry Lay behind the count 2-1. Ball comes in for ball 3. This is not the way we wanted to look at this. Camry Lay behind 3-1 now, something she very rarely did in game number 1. Lay stayed ahead all the time she was on the mound. Of course, it's a lot different when you come in the second time. Been sitting for quite a while, and it's not a warm evening out there, that's for sure. That's ball 4. Yeah, we know what happens when you walk somebody. They usually score, don't they? So here we go. Soccer guys have showed up in their shorts. I'm glad to see. 42 degrees out, and they're going to be manly about it, but that's okay. More power to them. Pinch runner for the Argonauts is going to be number 25. Lauren Boggs pinch ran in the first game for the Argonauts. Gotta hope now that walk doesn't come back to hurt you. Nobody out now. Camry Lay needs to settle down. Vining stands in. Vining already with 2 hits in this ball game. Vining did not hit in the first game against Camry Lay, so it's going to be the first time she's seen her all day today. And she squares the bunt, nothing. Runner takes off, and she is going to be, well, she was going to be out. And no call is made because the shortstop drops the ball. So Boggs is going to steal second base, or are we going to give that an error to the shortstop? Is that a stolen base? Stolen base. All right, so we got a walk, a stolen base, an error on the shortstop down ball, and then we bunt foul. So we're going to bring it back. 0-2 the count. Last play was ruled a stolen base, assist on the catcher, and an error by the shortstop. I thought you said it was a stolen base. All right, so now the official scorer is going to renege and take the stolen base away from the girl. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Those of you out there in Radio Land, they got a runner on second base. That's all you need to know. Ball come in, it's tap foul. Tough play for Mac Pierce. Comes in on 3 hops from a side angle. And she throws her out for out number 1. But in the play, the runner advances to third. Ty Run is now at third base. 1 out for the Argonauts. Bottom of the order, Mayo. Last time at bat, we'll remember what Mayo did. She hit one deep over the left field fence. Mayo saw Lay several times in game 1. Got a couple base hits off of her. She takes that one for a strike. Let me see what Mayo did in game 1. Mayo went 1 for 2 in game 1 off of Camry Lay. There's a pitch for a called strike. Quickly ahead in the count, Camry Lay. She might be warming up now. Maybe she wasn't warmed up when she entered the game. That's what I'm going to go with. A lot of work to do for the Tigers yet with the runner on third base and only 1 out. Top of the order, Howard stands on deck, and we know she's speedy. Camry Lay 0-2, needing a strikeout right here. And she gets a pop-up once again. Kendall Johnson makes the play at second base, and there's 2 outs now in the inning. 2 outs are easy to get. It's the third one that's the most difficult for you. Howard now stands in. Howard's been a couple base hits already this game. Game 1 against Camry Lay, she went 1 for 3. Challenge here now for the Tigers is the speed of Howard from the left side at the plate. Infield is playing way in. Shortstop needs to come in way in because there's no opportunity to get her on a ground ball unless you are playing way in. Obviously playing way in cuts the angles and allows the ball to get to the outfield, but that's irrelevant because any ball to the outfield is going to score the runner anyway, tying this ball game. Update from Tart Field, Argonauts lead 4-2 as they work in the top of the 5th inning of that 7-inning ball game. Gonna have to bring myself a little nightlight next time. It's getting dark here in the press box. A little difficult to see my words, but it's okay. There's a ball popped up and foul. We could use that. Anything at all. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's awesome. It's great to have friends in the press box so I can see what I'm doing here. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Tigers leading 4-3. And there's a square to bunt, and what I talk about, quick, bang, bang, and she's out. Awesome play. She bunted it right back to Camry Lay. The only place she couldn't bunt it, Kendall Johnson does a great job covering over at first base. And just like that, the Tigers are out of the inning with no damage done. Tigers going to come to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning, leading 4-3 here at the UWA softball complex.
A champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
'52 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
What do we got? For us? Who's 16? Huh? Batting? That means best is done in the ballgame. Welcome back to the UWA softball complex. Trying to get a few changes here in the ballgame. Tigers going to lead off now with number 16, Chelsea Labidos. Labidos is a senior from Hawaii. Played a little bit in the first game out in left field. Now it's going to stand in and bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Tigers. Let's see what Labidos is doing on the year. Labidos only with 5 hits on the year. 5 at bats, 1 hit, so hitting 200 for the Tigers. Bottom of the 6th inning, Tigers leading 4-3. Sweat still on the mound. Kelsey Sweat still on the mound for the Argonauts. Expect her to go to the distance. And she has. Labidos takes that first pitch high for a strike. Tigers need to push another run across the plate. Little insurance run, can't hurt at all. Pitch from Sweat comes in way outside. Evens the count at 1-1. There's a ball slapped in the 5-6 hole. Shortstop makes a great play, but Labidos is going to beat it out. Base hit for Chelsea Labidos. Number 2 on the year for Labidos. She hits a great ball into the 5-6 hole. Shortstop Garcia makes a great play, but just can't get the speedy Labidos from the left side. Allie Kraft now returns to the plate. Kraft with 1 at-bat in the game so far. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Tigers got what they needed, and that was a leadoff runner on base now. Looking to push a run. Kraft squares the bunt and bunts the ball down fair. Ball picked up by Sweat. Throw it over to 1. Vining covers, but she does her job on the sacrifice, moving Labidos over to second base. That's going to bring up Mac Paris. Mac Paris, who just entered the ballgame defensively for the Tigers at third base, is going to get her first at-bat of the day. Tigers with 1 out now, runner at second base. Mac Paris with 1 out stands in and takes that first pitch inside for ball 1. Base hit's going to score Libidos, obviously. Outfield playing way deep for Mac. Mac's got a little pop in her bat. She swings, grounds the ball to the shortstop, who checks Libidos, throws it over to one, throws it high, but Merrill able to hang on to it, come down on the bag, and save the play right there. Great play over there by Merrill to save what probably was another run for the Tigers if that ball gets away from her. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Kendall Johnson now. Kendall Johnson has flied out foul twice today in this ball game, once to right field and once to first base. Base hit, like I said, is going to score another run for the Tigers. Nothing like pushing the ball, run across the plate in the 6th inning with your opponents only 3 outs away. Oh, and she gets hit by that pitch. Oh, no, the umpire's going to bring her back. He's chasing her down there, and is he going to bring her back? What's he got? Right, little discussion by the head coach of West Florida is asking. Not really sure what we got here. Looks like she's going to keep her there at first base. Kendall Johnson has a habit of getting hit by the pitch. Just going to leave it at that right there. Runners now on first and second base with 2 outs for the top of the order. Cassie Madlock. Madlock in the top of the 5th inning got all the action going with a 2-out walk and then was able to score on a couple hits that followed thereafter in the same situation. Cassie Madlock, no hits so far in this ball game, takes the first pitch for a ball on the outside corner. Right field playing pretty deep out there. Wilson way deep. Center fielder Howard playing a little bit short. Left field, Gilbert also very deep for Madlock, the left-handed hitter. Tiger leadoff hitter takes the pitch, and that's ball. Oops, I'm sorry. That's strike 1. Well, fool all of us. We all thought that was a ball, but I guess not. Strike 1. I guess that ball crossed the plate on the outside. 1-1 the count from Sweat, and oh my, that's strike 2. So now I guess all I can say is he is reaching out. I think the umpire's cold, just like it is in here with the windows open. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Cassie needs a big swing right here, and that's ball 2. Yeah, we hesitated there just a minute. Wasn't sure, but, you know, it's difficult for a hitter in that situation because they really don't know what to swing at when the umpire's calling a ball that far out. You know your strike zone, but when the umpire doesn't really play fair, it's kind of tough on you. 2-2 the count. Deuces wild. That ball's in the dirt and in the other batter's box. That's about ball 5. All right, that was ball 5, but on scoreboard says ball 3. 3-2 the count, 2 outs. That's going to put everybody in motion on the pitch here. Base hit, might score a runner from first base, anything in the gap, and that's ball 4. That doesn't really help us much, except load the bases. That's going to bring up Abby McKee. Abby McKee with a little chop base hit. Kept the inning alive in the 5th with 2 outs. McKee from the left side and a little bit of slap hitter is going to force the defense. Middle infield is going to play deep on her. McKee can get anything towards the second base or shortstop. Tigers are going to score a run for sure. That ball is high. Sweat starting to struggle here a little bit. Falls behind. Outfield playing McKee a little bit deeper than I would, but what do I know? 1-0 the count. McKee needs to tap the ball just to the shortstop. Going to score a run, make sure That ball catches the outside part of the plate. Not surprised by that call right there. 1-1 is the count. McKee needs to get the ball past the third baseman. That's the most important thing right here. And a run's going to score for the Tigers. And she takes a hack up there. Not something she usually swings at, but that's what happened. Kendall Johnson's the one I'm concerned about. Kendall's got to make sure she stays out of the way, doesn't get in the way of the shortstop, cause any interference. McKee really probably will hit the ball to the left side as she normally does. Here's the pitch. That ball is high and outside for ball 2. Evens the count once again, 2-2 with 2 outs. Here we go. Everybody's excited. Hayes Fulford, the hero of the day so far, stands on deck. Oh, time is called here. Little miscommunication between the dugout and the catcher on what pitch to call. So we're going to reset. Any ball to the outfield is going to score a couple for the Tigers here. Ball comes in, and that is strike 3 on the outside corner. Wow. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. He's called that pitch outside the entire inning. Entire inning he's made that call, and there's no surprise there. So the Tigers don't get anything. Tigers leave 3 runners on base as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Tigers going to come to the lead, 4-3, 3 outs to play. Gabby Lay on the mound. We'll be right back here at the UWA softball complex.
There's so much to love about UWA. The campus is beautiful, and it's just the right size. And I love the new residence hall. I've made so many friends. We just love it here. They say, there's something about this place. I say, it's because this place feels like home. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning here. Exciting ball game. Tigers lead 4-3 as the Argonauts come to bat in the final inning of the ball game. Tigers able to score a couple runs, take the lead back in the 5th inning after surrendering the lead in the 3rd and 4th inning. Camry Lay is on in relief of Haley Thorpe, who is on in relief of starting pitcher Wallace. First pitch is lined and caught. Gilbert lines the first pitch of the game, or of the inning, to second base. Kendall Johnson, as tall as she is able to make the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Argonauts with their 2-3-4 hitters up. We just eliminated number 2. That brings up Garcia. Garcia in the ball game's got a few hits. No hits, though, off of Camry Lay earlier in the day when Camry Lay pitched the first game. Camry Lay with a pitch outside for strike number 1. Umpire's really gone to giving that outside corner both inside and outside. A 1-1 the count with 1 out. Tigers 2 outs away from the doubleheader sweep. And that pitch is going to be outside for ball. One and 1 the count with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch from Lay. And that ball is lifted into left field. It's going to get over the second baseman's head, shortstop's head, and fall in. So, Argos aren't dead yet, and there's a base hit by Garcia that falls into left field. Angela Agurkis, the designated player, stands in. Agurkis 0 for 3 in this game, 0 for 3 earlier in the day against Camry Lay. Tigers not making it easy. A little bit of work here yet to do with 2 outs. Runner on first base. Advantage goes to the Tigers, though. They are up 4-3, and that ball is hit deep to left field, and it is going to be out of here. And just like that, the Argos have taken the lead on a line drive to left field. Agurkis, first hit of the day, and she makes it a good one. A 2-run home run. That is the second home run in this ballgame off different pitching of the Tigers. So just like that, Tigers are losing now 5-4 in the 7th inning. Well, at least we know we're going to play the bottom of the 7th here. Still only 1 out. Makes the out by Kendall Johnson on that play at second base all that more important, or it would be a 2-run lead for the Argonauts. First baseman Merrill stands in. Tigers now down 5-4, just like that. Camry Lay delivers the pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1. New life over in the third base dugout by the Argonauts. Fans still bundled up. 1-1. Merrill, 1-1 with 1 out here. Bases are cleared now, and she hits a ball into left center. That ball's going to get to the fence. Fulford can't get it, and that's going to be a stand-up double. Just like that, Camry Lay, after a quick out, has given up 3 straight hits, single, home run, and a double to the Tigers. Still no action in the dugout. Nobody making motion to come out and have a little conversation. We're going to have a substitution here. It's going to be a pinch runner out at second base. It's going to be number 12 for the Argonauts. 12 is Moore. Jabrasha Moore. I may have made that mispronounced. Jabrasha Moore. Moore's going to run for Merrill. Tigers quickly, wheels falling off here in the 7th inning. Long way to go to get out of this inning. Wilson at the plate here. Lay desperately needs an out. Ground out, anything. Ball needs to be kept in the infield. Strike 1. Lay has no problem getting ahead of the hitters. Lay pitched all 7 innings of the first game. So for many of these batters, this is the 4th or 5th time they've seen her today. We all know that ball is hit sky high on the infield. Martin calls for it and then is called off by Kendall Johnson, who makes the play for out number 2. Ashley McNally, the catcher, now with 2 outs. Runner at second base. Argos have taken the lead 5-4. McNally was the first batter that Lay faced when she came in the 6th inning. She walked. Got all the way to third base with a pinch runner, but did not score in that inning. 12 hits now in the ballgame for the Argonauts. Only 5 runs to show for it, though. Lay behind 1-0. Pitch for a strike. That's 1-1. Tigers are going to come in the bottom of the 7th inning, have the heart of their order up. Just where they want to be, 3-4-5. Try and tie this ball game. Pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2-1 now. Temperature continues to fall out there. Gabby Late checks the sign and toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. Ball is high for ball 3. 3-1 with 2 outs. Gabby Lay walked McNally the first time around. Mallory Vining is in the on-deck circle. If McNally is able to get on base. And that's a strike. McNally didn't think so, but Tigers will take that one. Full count now, 3-2 with 2 outs. Runner at second base. Payoff pitch. Tigers need to make a defensive stop right here. Get back in the dugout as quick as possible. A lot of Tiger fans out here still yelling and screaming. Pitch down in the dirt, and that's going to be ball 4. So it's going to be another walk for Lay. We're going to take a timeout here. Coach Deaver Boaz is going to take a trip out there and have a little talk. Mallory Vining's going to be the batter once we resume play. Argonauts with runners on first and second base and 2 runs already in this inning. They've taken the lead 5-4 on a 2-run home run by their designated player, Agurkis. Mayo also with a 2-run home run in this ballgame. 2 big shots have led to 4 runs for the Argonauts, and that's why the Tigers now trail late in this ballgame. All right, everybody's back, ready for play now. Here we go. Walk isn't such a bad thing there. Makes it really easier on the defense, to be honest with you. Makes the force now any base. Tigers don't have to pick it up and throw across the diamond as they would if the runner was only on second base. Defensively, they can play at any base now as long as they keep the ball in the infield. That pitch comes in from Lay. That's for a ball. Lay's struggling just a little bit to find the strike zone, but she did throw the complete first game and is in her second inning of work already. That puts 9 innings that she's thrown today so far. And that ball is hit deep and foul. It's going to get out of play. Count now 1-1. Camry Lay's thrown 9 innings today that's a lot of innings on a cold early day in the season. Tigers and Argonauts will resume play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Final game of the series. Right here at the UWA softball complex. Lay with the pitch, and that ball is hit once again foul. It's going to get out of play. 1-2 now the count. Lay's just looking for anything she can get across the plate. Defensively, Tigers need to step up, make a play for her, and get out of the inning. Tigers haven't played defensively bad. They just, minus the dropped stolen base, Tigers have played flawless defense in both contests today. A lot of rain been in the area. It may not be very cold out, but it's very damp, that's for sure. A lot of wet ground out there. 2-2 the count, and that ball is fouled off out of play. Count remains 2-2 with 2 outs. Runners on first and second base. Kayla Mayo in the on-deck circle if she gets an opportunity. Tigers need to knock the ball down anywhere they can. Get an easy base, easy out. Pitch, and there it is. Ball ripped in the 5-6 hole. And they're going to send the runner all the way around. Play coming in at the plate. There's going to be a play, and the ball bounces up. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run. Ooh, and she is out. Big collision at home plate. But Tigers able to get another run across the board on the base hit by Vining. Argument by Ashley McLean. I'm sure she wanted obstruction on that play, and that was close to being obstruction, but he did not call it. But in the inning, Argonauts put up 3 runs to take a 6-4 lead. We're going to come back here in the bottom of the 7th inning, see what the Tigers can do at the end of this ballgame.
What is it about UWA? Is it the beauty of her campus? The feeling of being just the right size? World class, without classes big enough for the world? Is it the warmth of her people? They say there's something about this place. Maybe it's because this place feels like home, on campus or online. The University of West Alabama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And we're back here. Tigers have dug themselves a hole in the 6th, 7th inning, giving up 3 runs. Tigers now trail 6-4 in the ball game. 13 hits for the Argonauts, 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Tigers. Last opportunity for the Tigers here as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers going to send up 3-4-5 hold. Fulford, Tubbs, and Martin due up in this inning. Anything after that? It's your guess as good as mine. Fulford, a couple hits today on the Sweat, gone the distance for the Argonauts. She comes in with the first pitch, high and outside. Tigers got to be patient at the plate now. They need base runners, lots of them, as they trail by 2 with 3 outs to play. That ball swung on and fouled off. Update from Tart Field. Bottom of the 6th inning. Argos lead 5-2 with the Tigers coming to bat. That game, of course, is a 7-inning ball game, as the Tigers took the first game of the day against the Argonauts. There's another swing and pop foul back. Puts the count at 1-2. So Fulford quickly in the hole here. Tigers needing base runners any way they can. Swing of the bat, 1 home run is not going to help the Tigers at this time with no runners on. Tiger batters need to be unselfish, get on base, and do what they got to do. Kelsey Sweat has gone the distance. Takes that pitch outside to even the count 2-2. Sweat threw a lot of innings last year for the Argonauts on their way to the national championship tournament. Argonauts defending Gulf South Conference champions and defending South Region champs. Not off to a good start this year, as they were. And that's a called third strike on a changeup on the inside for out number 1. Not the way the Tigers needed to get off the 7th inning. Tigers will rally, though. Tigers like to score with 2 outs. Tubbs comes to the plate with 3 at-bats and 3 hits in this game. A couple RBIs to her credit. Needs to get on base and get something started here now for the Tigers. Kylie Martin waits on deck. Martin is 0 for 3. Hasn't got a ball past the pitcher. It's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop kicks it, boots it, steps on it, and finally picks it up for nothing. That's going to go as an E6, but it doesn't matter. It's a base runner. And that means the Tigers have the opportunity to tie the ball game. Kylie Martin struck out today and has hit the ball twice on a bunt back to the pitcher, and then a weak fly out to the pitcher. Martin, 5-hole hitter on for the Tigers, needs to come up big in this situation. A .259 hitter on the year. 3 RBIs to her credit coming into the contest. Swings and misses at that one for strike 1. Many substitutions have taken place in the next slot. Number 12, Hunt, is going to be on deck as she went out to play shortstop in the 7th inning after numerous changes. Kaylee Hunt played a little bit of shortstop last year for the Tigers. And she's going to be the batter on deck. Martin in the hole, 0-2 with 1 out and a runner on first base. Tubbs got on by an error by the shortstop. Argonauts trying hard. Give the Tigers some life. Tigers need to take advantage of that. Down to their final 2 outs. Kylie Martin's due for a hit. Takes a good pitch outside for a ball. Didn't chase that one. Sweat 1-2 now with 1 out. Martin takes that pitch inside, almost gets hit. Uh-oh, and we got Tubbs picked off. And she is back safe. Nobody was paying attention. I'm not sure what was going on, but we don't need any heroes right now, Chrissy. We need base runners. Not really sure what was going on over there, if that was a miss sign, if she thought it was a hit batter. I'm not really sure. Either way, she's going to talk to the umpire. Okay. Timeout's called by the West Florida coach. Tubbs was a bang-bang play to get back into first base, and she made it. And even if she didn't make it, that was the call safe. Umpires are going to get together now and converse and see if somebody saw something else. Tough overrule right here in this situation. They're going to call her safe. Martin took that pitch way inside, thought may have hit her. Maybe, I don't know, that was what Chrissy Tubbs was thinking, the ball had hit her, and that's why she was meandering down to second base. But either way, she had to meander back in a hurry. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Martin due up right now. Big swing of the bat right here. Keep this inning alive for the Tigers. And that swing and a miss. And Martin chases the ball way outside. Wasn't even close to a strike. She goes down swinging for the second time in this game. Now we're going to have a pinch hitter here, number 4. Peyton Coots is going to be the pinch hitter. Peyton Coots stands in now. Peyton Coots has had 11 at-bats on the year, 1 base hit. Coots has only appeared in 5 ball games, starting 4 of them for the Tigers. Coots new to the Tiger squad this year. Tigers down to their final out now. 6 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Argonauts. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Tigers. Allie Kraft on deck in case anybody is able to prolong this inning. Here's the pitch from Sweat, and that's a strike. Coots takes a strike on the outside corner. In the hole, 0-1. Not a bad take for Coots. She hasn't seen a pitch all day. She needs to take a look at a few of them before she goes up there hacking. And that's strike 2. She should be swinging now. I think she's ready. 0-2. She ain't going to bunt. We know that. If she does, Coach may come down and wring her neck. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Tubbs on first base. Here's the payoff pitch. And swing and a miss. And that's the ball game. Coots goes down swinging. Sweat stepped up in the 7th inning after the Argonauts were able to come back and score a couple runs, take the lead 6-4. That's going to do it for this ball game. On the day, Tigers and Argonauts split 1 game apiece. Tomorrow, going to be back here at the ballpark, 1 o'clock. Argonauts, West Alabama. Going to see who wins the matchup of this Gulf South Conference series. This is Janet Montgomery at the University of West Alabama softball complex. We'll see you tomorrow.